Hello, everybody. Tashina Gonzalez here, and I am here with one of my YouTube exclusives, Motivational. And I just want to share with you guys how amazing I feel, how inspired I feel from all of the amazing things that we had this weekend. I just want to remind you guys, if you right this second are not feeling inspired and ready to go and ready to conquer, that everybody loves a great comeback story. So it's pretty cool because I was in Lansing, Michigan, and I got to hear from a lot of people who are in the middle of writing their comeback story. They have clear vision. They are super excited. They are feeling super amazing because in the side hustle that I do and the company that I work for, they have things called ranks. And there's a lot of people that have lost rank and they're just like, that's fine, that's whatever. I'm still going there. Like we're not even going to talk about this rank that I lost. I'm still going there. I'm going to the next one that I'd already been shooting for because this is just a stumble. So to hear people, because that's my situation has not been stellar in my side hustle, my business the past couple of months, which I stated in one of the last exclusives that I did on here. And when I go to Lansing, Michigan, I just get to reflect and remember about a lot of track stories because that is where I learned to be a champion. So it's always like I look at some of these cities like Bath and Haslett and Okemos, and I get teary eyed remembering the stuff that when I had to have some comeback stories. And so one of the other things too was I was just reflecting on some of that, right? Like seriously, guys, if you just think about it, nobody likes to watch the story about the person that had a silver spoon in their mouth and they had to learn to just like live, be normal. That is comedy. That's not inspirational. It's not our favorite stuff, right? We love comeback stories. Like I love sports comeback stories. Like everybody loves, or at least have heard of and love the quotes from like some of Rocky or like Dormi being here in the United States. I remember the sports team Miracle that talks about the Hockey USA team. I love my underdog stories like the Great Debaters and McFarland USA, about the track team over in California that were immigrants. Like I just love my comeback stories. And so like hearing all this inspirational stuff this weekend and reflecting on one of the things. And so I made a post of one of the things that I was reflecting on because Friday night we were in Haslett, Michigan. And when I was in track, when I started track, we were a Class C school, and we were a large Class C school that was always going against Class B schools. And Haslett was one of the biggest and one of the best. And every time we went against them, we lost. They were ones that would slaughter us. And when I started track, one of the things that I just wanted so bad, because I was the first time I was in track in 10th grade, was a medal. And, so like every time I was going to my first meets, like so with track, you actually get points for like the top 8 places because you usually have like 40 teams in a lot of these meets unless it's a one-on-one track. And then when it's like you against another team, a lot of times you don't have medals there. But if it's an invitational, usually it's like as many as 40 teams and you get points from 1 through 8, but you only get medals for like the top 3. And so one of the amazing stories that I remember is when we were going against Haslett, and I was just having a hard time that day. And again, anytime we saw Haslett, it was like one of the teams that just crushed us all the times. And so I just completely screwed up like my first 3 events and I lost it. And I was not the one to lose it. Like I was always the cheerleader. I was always like, we are going to do this. We are going to be awesome. We're going to be amazing. So if I lost it, I only remember crying like 2 times. And one of the 2 times my boss was like, you cannot cry because when you cry, then the rest of the team falls down when they know that there's real problems because you are the cheerleader. You are the one that always keeps it together and keeps us positive. And so I had, I think, like my 100 meter and my 200 meter and my long jump, and I just did not well in any of those. And I just started crying and I lost it. And thankfully, I had an amazing sprint coach at the time. He was also the football coach. Again, Class C school, small. He got multiple hats, and he knew my personality. He knows that I am a red or a choleric, and that and then some stuff after that. You know, I'm green melancholy, and then blue sanguine after that. And so he knew that the way to motivate me was to challenge me and to pump me up. And so he was like, crying is not going to make you happy. You know what is going to make you happy is getting a medal on the next one. You got one event left. This is the time to put in all your energy. This is the time to kill it. This is the time to crush it. You know, he gave me that boss up speech that I needed to hear because he knew my personality and what I needed. And so we had the 4x1 relay coming up after that. And our 4x1 relay was fairly good, at least numbers. We didn't always kill it. We didn't always get the medals that we were supposed to, because sometimes we just didn't hit everything that we need to do. Because if you don't know about relays, like relays is a team, and it's teamwork, and it's not just being fast, it is running and hitting your mark and getting that handoff, and it takes a lot of things in sync for you to make a good 4x1 relay. But this day, I got my boss up speech. I was like ready to go. And so we got first place on the 4x1, and we beat Haslett, which was something that we never did. And that was the most amazing feeling. It felt great because that for that day, that was my comeback story. It was like, yes, I was down here. Doing the stuff that I was trying to do physically. I was down here like emotionally feeling bad about it because I had not did well 3 times in a row. And then to crush it on my last event and to be not just, okay, here I'm getting a medal, but we are the top. We are beating this team in this event was just an amazing comeback story. And that was one of the things that immediately came to my mind when I knew that I was driving to the city of Haslett, Michigan. And so again, I was around all these different people, and some of them were happy and excited because they were in the middle of their comeback story, and they know that even though what they're looking at right this second is not where they're going to be, it's not their final destination. They were like happy and excited about things that are going to come. And those were things that I was reflecting on too, because again, last couple months, August and July were not that stellar for me because I was gone a lot. I was on vacation and I couldn't do all the things that I needed to do for my business. But this first 3 weeks of September have been amazing. I got to stand on stage because I got one of the recognitions, because I got, I'm helping a couple people in their health and wellness journey. And so I'm super excited. So I want to tell you today, if you look at all of your goals, if you had some weight loss goals or some business goals or some just general life goals, and what you're looking at today is not where you want to be, don't get down about it. Like, start as soon as you turn this off. The next step is for you to make some plans of how you're going to kill it from here to the end of the year, right? Because everybody loves a comeback story. Like, everybody loves a comeback story. So all you have to do is make sure that this is your comeback story. And I'm so excited for the few people that have started, because I got somebody else started this weekend. So now I got 3 people I got to work with, and I'm communicating with a couple other people to help them get started over the next couple weeks, because I know that physically and health wise, I get to be a part of their comeback story, because my health was a comeback story too. So again, like, don't worry about what the board looks like today or what happened yesterday. Just know that this is going to be an awesome chapter in your comeback story, and get to work and put in the work from now to the end of the year to make it fabulous, because everybody loves a comeback story. So go out there and write yours. Bye.